Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog-a-day, and today is Wednesday the 25th. No, it's Wednesday, I think it's 25th. Today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning fairly early, was able to get Bruce outside and that, got the pup out with him, and kept them quiet till my wife got up and around, got to moving, got the pup fed, Bruce fed. I started putting a little bit of water on his food. Trying to help with digestion. As he's getting older, there's a lot of blood flow in the stomach, all that kind of thing and whatnot. So I'm trying to change up stuff a little bit, see if I can't make him a little happier in his meal time. So kind of soften the food down a little bit, but who knows? I don't know if it makes a difference because I'm only adding a few ounces to the food, but who knows? So I went ahead and did that. Wife got ready for work, took her off, got her dropped off in the office. Everything was good to go. From there, got a couple other things accomplished, nothing too major, just kind of simple little stuff. Headed back to the house, got a few things done, hang around with the dog, chilling out with him for a bit. They were supposed to come pick him up about 1. They reached out and asked if they'd come pick him up a little early. I said 100%, just give me a heads up when you're on your way. So I came over and grabbed the dog, and so I had a little more time because they were thinking like 1 to 3, and then it got picked up a little earlier than that. So got picked up around noonish, somewhere in there. So I was like, well, I gotta figure out what to do today. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Got a couple ideas of things that need to get accomplished, but nothing too major. And decided I was going to go out and get some more of my father-in-law's records from the storage unit. And I was thinking I had like 3 more loads, and it turns out I only had like 2 more loads, but I could probably fit them in one, but it would be overloading my truck like crazy. So I went ahead and grabbed the truck, grabbed some stuff, grabbed some gloves, head out that way, and I get there and I walk in, buzz myself in the little K code thing and whatnot, get inside, and elevator's broke again. So this is at least the 3rd time for certain, and I think it's the 4th time actually it's been broken. And we had a couple weeks they told us we weren't allowed to use it, and it didn't have any lights, so you had to have like a flashlight in there. But the elevator works, the lights didn't work, but we could at least use it. So then it rolls into like the 5th time kind of deal. I'm not out there very often. I don't go very often out there at all, but so probably no. The little sign says use the stairs. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I went to go to the office, and of course the door to the office from the warehouse was locked, so I had to go all the way back around the whole building. Go in and ask them like, what's up with the elevator? We had a power bump and a reset, and now it's just not working. And the door's like partway open enough a small child could get in there, and like it's just super dangerous. At least tape it off, do something. But yeah, not happy with the place. And basically I'm like, so what the fuck? And I go, use the stairs. I'm like, I got 1,200 pounds of records I'm dragging on the stairway. There's no way in shit I'm doing this. And I did not bring my heavy duty dolly with me because that is superbly annoying. That is just absolutely annoying. But I didn't take my big dolly out there with me because they have like carts there. With the elevator, I don't need the dolly, I need their cart. Wheel it out, load the truck up. I left the dolly at home, and I'm really glad I did, because had I been there with my big heavy duty dolly, I probably would have tried to get on the stairs with the stuff and would have sucked. But I did go up there, scoped out the spot a little bit, and saw kind of what we had and all the good fun stuff there. But my theory was I was going to unload, or at least get all the records to the house, so the next week while we're gone on a cruise, he'd have something to do. He could put all the records on the new shelves I built him and figure out if we have to order more shelves or if he has enough shelves or whatever. So, but because of their inability to keep their equipment running, it's unable to do my, to help him get his stuff there and all that good fun stuff. So text my wife, I'm like, hey man, this place sucks. And it was that was my, at least the next 4 hours of my day was going to be moving records, and now I have nothing to do. So didn't bring my running gear with me because I didn't think I was going the way. I was already halfway, 3/4 of the way out to my favorite running trail, but didn't have my running gear with me and stuff. So I was like, well, I can't really justify running all the way home and running back out there. So like, hell, so on the way home, I stopped, bought some oil and a filter, and did an oil change in the Focus, which it needed. I mean, it was time for the oil change anyway, but I was gonna do it tomorrow. So instead I did it today and got it accomplished, got it done. Got done with it, ran back. I had 4 jugs of oil that had been changed out before. I took back to the shop, dumped them in the little oil recycler, and got that knocked out. So I got rid of that stuff also as well. And then had a couple other things, went back to the house, and my wife was working late so she could try and get a bunch of stuff accomplished and whatnot, and then hopefully not to work quite so late tomorrow was our goal. So went ahead and it was that weird time frame. I'm like, I think I have time, I can go run long. And I went parked over by the interstate. There's a bike / running trail that I used to run on quite a bit. I don't anymore. I've got so many dogs all the time. But since I don't have a dog here, except mine, I could go do easily. So I took off and ran towards her work from where I was at and down that trail and ran all the way there. Got to the park right by her office. Turned, came back, and realized I was actually making better time than I thought it was going to be. So I was going to get back a little on the early side. Got back to the car. Chatted people on the run. Had a good run. Run overall was good. Ended up knocking out basically 2 days worth of running, which I've been putting in some extra miles this last week or two, kind of building up a little extra cushion. Know I was going to be on the cruise ship, and especially on sea days where you're running around the ship, it absolutely is just boring as fuck to basically run around that little tiny track. It's like 7 laps to make a mile or something, and you got to do that 4 times. So you're running like 30 laps around that thing. It gets boring as hell. So definitely not really what I'm into. So trying to get as many miles but banked up so I don't have to worry about it, and able to go from there. So got done with the run, got back to the car, reached out to my wife. I'm like, hey, I know we kind of agreed upon this time, but I thought I was going to take longer on my run. I was a little faster than I thought I was going to be. So I'm done. And she's like, well, you just come pick me up now, I'll work home. I said, no, that's not what I'm saying. I think I have time to run home, grab a shower, and then to get back there, but I might be a couple minutes late picking up from our agreed upon late time already. And she goes, oh, absolutely, 100% works fine. So got home, grabbed a shower real quick, jumped out, and I kind of hurried through it. And I was like, I think I can actually get there and pick her up on time. But now she thinks she's going to be able to work later. So I kind of hum-hawed around the house a little bit, did a couple little things, messed my 3D printer and stuff, get a couple of things there. And then as an excuse, I thought since I was being late, I was going to offer to take her to Chick-fil-A, because I don't eat Chick-fil-A, but she likes it. Picked her up, said it's like, sorry for making you late. She goes, no, let's go home and eat. I'm like, well, I hung around the house just to be late so I could use that as an excuse to take you to Chick-fil-A. And she laughed. She goes, oh, no, it's no big deal. So went ahead, headed on home. Ended up knocking out. She had a little flatbread pizza, frozen thing, whatever. And then I had a can of my soup. I like my soup. So I had a can of my soup, and we knocked it out. Watched a bit of the movie It Follows. And we didn't watch the whole thing. So I said, I'm not going to watch this whole thing. I don't feel like watching the whole thing. But we can start watching it and then maybe finish it tomorrow, the next day, whatever, and then go from there, kind of deal. And it's like a scary movie people would talk about on Netflix. So we started watching it. It's interesting. It's got some long, slow parts, which I really like. I like a suspenseful build on a movie. I'm not big into the whole action jump cuts constantly. I like having a plot line that you gotta kind of think about following. So far, I've been a big fan of the show. Been a couple things I was pointing out, like, hey, what if it did this, or hey, what if it did that? And my wife was like, I don't know, I'm watching the same as you are. So no, I'm thinking of like plot lines of how they could make this show different, or how they could make this movie, a different spin. Or maybe if this was your situation, you could help keep yourself alive longer if you're doing these things. Just talking a lot, not asking for answers. And she kind of was annoyed by that. So it's one of those things that happens in life that I realize not everybody can think about different plot lines and still pay attention to the movie at the same time. So kind of is what it is. But yeah, got done with it. Got done as much as we wanted to watch of it. Not quite half, probably close to half. Then headed outside and had myself a nice little cigar, headed in early, and basically got a couple things done. I got some clothes ironed and whatnot, got that taken care of, and getting ready for the cruise and all the good fun that comes with it. So went ahead and pretty much that was it for the day. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.